Good evening, roommates. Good evening. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, roommates. Happy Wednesday. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Looking for the comment section. Come on in. Hey, Brown Fox. How are you? Love you, best friend. Hey, y'all. I see y'all on Instagram. Hey, Facebook. Come on in, y'all. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. And so we gonna jump right on in, y'all. We gonna jump on in. And today we are going to be talking about friendships. Hey, Amanda, happy belated birthday. Look like you enjoyed yourself. Hey, my love. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I guess I should have asked that at first, huh? Hey, sister. Welcome. Thank you. Good evening. And so, y'all, tonight we are going to be talking about friendships. And I actually was holding this episode. I feel like I was going to do it closer to Thanksgiving. You know, everybody, there's the trend of Friendsgiving and all of that. And I thought that I would do this episode closer to Thanksgiving, probably even like the day before Thanksgiving, just because Friendsgiving, right, is a thing. And so initially I had plans on talking about friendships, but for, you know, my roommates that know me personally, I lost a very dear friend, one of my best friends, a sister of over 30 years. I mean, we met early on. And that friendship is the anchor, one of the anchors to my friendship groups, right? And so I just want to send my heartfelt condolences to Tara. I thank God for blessing me with her. She was one of a kind. She was one of a kind, but always a true friend. Always a true friend. No circumstances changed how she treated me. No other friend groups changed how she treated me. We just had a really genuine bond. And you know, tonight we're going to talk about just friendships and friendship groups and the shifts, right, as we grow and mature and things like that. But rest in peace to my beautiful sister friend, Tara. I love her children, her sister like my own. Just keep her family and myself and our friends in your prayers, guys, because this is a tough time. And you may think like, well, why are you on here doing the podcast? I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it tonight. But guess what? My friends told me not long ago, keep doing what you're doing, Mickey. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. You are inspiring other people. You are doing this from a great place, and don't get distracted. And those things that I really be telling myself, y'all, a lot of the times are things that my friends, my true friends tell me. And so I'm thankful for friendships. My friends have came with me through fires, through storms, through everything that I have endured. And so I am thankful for that. And tonight we're going to delve into all type of friendships, okay? And it'll be from those seasonal friendships to those friendships in which we've been betrayed in, okay? to those friendships and bonds that literally turns into family. And that is what Tara was and is to me, my family. And so just keeping on, just knowing that my friend is in a much better place. I am here with just solace in knowing that she's gone to a better place, okay? So bear with me tonight, y'all, because this one here is tough. It's tough to be in the space, but I'm thankful to be able to have the strength to get through this. And y'all gonna help me, right? Y'all gonna help me. I believe y'all are. I'm looking at some of y'all comments. I see keep going and all, and that's what's up. And yes, my baby cakes. Lord, if they don't sound like Tyra. And so we're gonna keep on keeping on, y'all. And I know friendship is something that was near and dear to her, and definitely near and dear to me and a lot of my roommates, because you guys have actually asked me to talk about friendships. And so thank you guys for your support. I love each and every one of y'all. Let's get to it, okay? Y'all get this chat popping, because we gonna jump on up in here. So like I said, we're gonna talk about just friendships in general, right? From those friends that are seasonal, those friends who we thought would be with us forever, right? That in some capacity or another, they may have betrayed us. To those friendships that are just super strong. The bonds are so strong that blood couldn't make us any thicker, okay? And so I am going to give us a Bible verse from Proverbs 17:17. And it tells us, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born with adversity or for adversity. True friendship doesn't require daily presence, just consistent love. And if you guys don't get anything from this message tonight, I need for you all to tune in and tap in where it matters the most. Because I'm telling you guys, we are living in some grim times. I know we talk about social media a lot, but we are experiencing some challenging times in a lot of our relationships, and social media plays a big part in that. And many of us should just know so much better than how we move, how we address people, how we supposed to be loving on people. If we are going to be the example to our children, to the generations after us, we have to lead by example. And the way that many of us are carrying on, you got to know that I would never ever just align in those type of spaces. We gotta stop using the term friend so loosely, because friends don't do the things that I am watching our friends do to one another. Y'all friends, I don't want y'all friends as my friends, because they treacherous. And we have to be extremely careful about the way we move and about the things that we share. People are so envious and so out of control for so many different reasons. And we are dragging our friends down to the dirt and the mud, to the tune that we don't even know how to show up for our friends no more. We don't even know how to show up for our friends. And a part of that starts with ourselves, because many of us don't know how to show up for ourselves. If you don't like yourself, don't not go bother other people. Y'all want to talk, everybody want to talk this talk about, I'm healed and I'm at peace. I'm at peace. The things that you guys are doing are shameful. It's shameful. I just wouldn't want to align in so many of these spaces. I see the things that y'all say. I know the things that y'all do. Even if I don't go looking for it, it come knocking on my doorstep. The betrayal is so deep, y'all. And so we're going to talk about these things in phases, as I normally do. But I just we got to reevaluate what is going on around us and who we are interacting with, and the people, the places, and the spaces that we are aligning in. We have to learn when enough is enough. You know when people don't like you, but yet you steady lining up with them. I'm not aiding in a bed. Nobody will hurt me. I don't care who you are. And if I think I'm all that because of that, then so be it. Because I am better than a bunch of this bullshit that's going on out here. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. And when I say y'all, I mean y'all, because, baby, I done a lot of work. I done a lot of work. I ain't pissing on no fire that y'all got going on. Because y'all just, man, your hearts are showing, guys. And they are it's so full of hatred. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. I want true, genuine roommates that's going to rock with me. I get thousands of views every single week. And I know the people that's genuinely here for me and for this platform and appreciate this platform. But I also know that it's so many secret roommates. Y'all can come on out the closet. But don't come out the closet with no bullshit. Okay, yeah, y'all seeing me in rare form tonight because y'all don't know how to be friends. Don't call me your friend. If I don't call you my friend, don't call me your friend. Because I don't know y'all people. And y'all don't mean people no good. Y'all don't mean people no good. I'm going to land them with goodness. That's it. So you don't have to question it. I want better, so I do better. Y'all got to slow down with how y'all moving and calling each other friends. Y'all not friends. Y'all so bold. Y'all so bold in these subliminal ass posts. Be bold enough to tag the person. Y'all look weak as hell. Y'all look weak. Yes. Y'all family got me on some shit. Because y'all look weak, man. At some juncture, you got to stop and think and stop being so reactive. Whew. All right. Everybody can breathe now. All right. Okay. I'm only trying to be on fire for the Lord, Nita. Anything else can miss me. Okay? Anything else can miss me. All right. And so, today, y'all, we going to talk friends. Did y'all hear that introduction? We going to talk friends. The ones that stayed but changed, okay? The ones who betrayed you. The ones who are jealous of you. And the rare ones that become our family. Okay, guys? And so, in the first part of this, we're going to talk about the many faces of friendship. Okay, and so when you guys think about friendship, how would you define friendship? Of course, I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna drop some nuggets and I'm gonna define some things as I normally do. We got some of our secret roommates that we want to come out the closet. Come to the light. Come to the light. They need to understand how we operate over here, and we operate out of love and kindness on this platform. And there are going to be things that are going to be so uncomfortable that we talk about that it should be shifting and changing us. And that's the reason for Rumor Has It. It's not the rumors that you're thinking about. It's not the rumor mill that you want it to be about. It's about being kind and being loving to people that matter. And being kind to people who you don't even know. It's funny, guys. I literally just talked about the foundations of relationships yesterday. Okay? You guys found out, that my friend passed away on yesterday, but she actually passed on Monday. And so, I on Tuesdays and a few other days, I actually host this youth development group. And in this group, I am developing the youth. And I develop them on things they should be doing. And we do a lot of foundational things. And so yesterday, I talked about the foundations of relationships. And it explained, what are the types of relationships? And so the types of relationships are, romantic, acquaintances, friendships, and family, right? But there's a fifth type of relationship, guys. And that is strangers. Okay, and so when I said that to my group of youth yesterday, they're like, what do you mean, Miss Tamika? Strangers, you're not in a relationship with strangers. I said, you absolutely are in relationships with strangers. The reason you're in a relationship with strangers is the fact that that boy or that girl that you never knew before, and now you all in love with them and think you can't live without them. At one point, they were a stranger. Some of our friends, we didn't grow up in the bassinet with them. Some people did. Some people were fortunate like that. But Tara is one of my best friends. I met her in elementary school. And so she was a stranger until I met her, but then we thugged it out to the bitter end, okay? And then I'm a part of her children and family lives forever, into the end of me, right? And so I kind of rocked their world with that, y'all, because they's like, ain't no way, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a way, okay? And so, guys, we should be treating everybody with the utmost respect, no matter what the situation is, because remember, most people, if they're not our family members, they are strangers to us. And so it is of sheer importance that we treat people well, right? Because that stranger may turn into your husband. That stranger may turn into your wife. That stranger may turn into your best friend, okay? And so the foundations of relationships is we have to understand how to treat people. Okay, and so I want us to keep that in mind. All right, so maturity changes a lot of things for us, right? Because remember, at one point, everybody is our friend. Oh, that's my friend, my friend, my friend. Okay, but we quickly mature and learn that not everybody is our friends, and that's fine, because there is, that thing about, seasonal, those seasonal connections. Okay, and so the many faces of friendship. Friendship is one of life's most beautiful yet complex relationships. It evolves, stretches, and sometimes fades. And that's that part about outgrowing situations. It's okay to outgrow situations. And sometimes it's not even that we outgrew them. Sometimes it's just that spatial difference, right? The time and space just do not align the way that it used to. Remember at one point you was running with somebody every single day and you couldn't see yourself outside without them? But now you are going days and weeks and months without speaking to them, and not because you all are into it. Because I have some friends that live in other states. I have some other friends that are, that have competing priorities. And so when we have competing priorities, we have to, figure some things out. And even my best friends, right? I don't speak to them every single day. And so it's okay. That's the maturity part of things. But I'm going to tell you something. Betrayal in all of that is not equivalent to growth, and it does not give with growing with times, it does not give you the what is the term I'm looking for? It does not give you the right or even the opportunity to do things that you shouldn't be doing, right? So there are our friends who's gonna stay. But in life shifts, like marriages, children, goals, seasons, all of those things, communication and things will break down. And that's okay, guys. That's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we have to do those occasional check-ins just to make sure that each of us are good. But we have to be mindful. And I'm going to get to the betrayal part. Just know that. Okay? Even if you can't stay on, just come back and watch it. Because we're going to get to betrayal, because that's a lot of what we're witnessing and seeing right now. Y'all are. It ain't me. Because my friend group is a very small, intimate group of people. Now, don't get me wrong. I have been guilty of friend. I have been guilty of that. But I know who my friends are and who are not. I mean, again, I am a kind person. I try to be inclusive of people. But for those people who are intentional with being nasty and all of that, trust me, when I see you and when I peep you, it's lights out for you. Because I don't align myself with people that don't like me. And roommates, that's something that you have to stand in. When you know that these people are shading you, when you know that these people are making up just lies and being deceitful just to make people turn against you, baby, you had better get to watching and get to heading up out of that situation. Because the people don't mean you no good. I love y'all. I see y'all comments. I'm jumping up in there in a minute, okay? And so we just got to be mindful that though we mature, we still have to understand that we can love and stay within closeness and proximity with those people who are our friends. And we don't have to, a lot of what I see is like people be so in their feelings of talking about you done changed. Isn't that the goal? The goal is to mature, and the goal is to get old. Like if you out here on straight up bull crap, you ain't gonna make it far. Many of you women, y'all crazy. Y'all insane. Y'all ain't loyal to nothing but maybe some nigga or y'all crazy. Y'all wouldn't know friendship if it slapped you in your face. Y'all out here fist fighting with y'all friends. Y'all out here sleeping behind y'all friends. Y'all out here talking crazy about y'all friends. Y'all scary to me. Y'all the boogeyman. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Y'all weird. Y'all weird as hell, okay? And so let's talk about friendships, substance versus sustenance. Now, I got to chuckle at sustenance, y'all, because rumor has it that I irritate people with big words. Y'all want me to dumb myself down. Stop it. It ain't going to happen. It ain't, okay? Don't you bet on it. Okay, you're going to lose. All right, so we're going to talk about friendships. That's substance versus sustenance, all right? And so let's define these terms, okay? Because I told y'all they out here mid because I use big words, all right? Y'all, I want everybody to keep up. But these ain't my roommates. These my sneaky. These are closet roommates, okay? These the ones that watch after we stop recording, all right? They wouldn't dare show up on this live. They wouldn't want to be counted in public. They want to be watching in private. So we're going to keep them on their toes. We're going to keep them whispering, okay? We're going to keep giving them something to talk about, okay? So let's define what it is, these friendships, right? Substance versus sustenance, all right? And so you guys are funny. I love it, though. And so a friendship of substance, right, is rooted in truth, depth, accountability. It's the kind of friendship where you can be your whole self, not a portion of yourself. You can love on me out loud, and I can love on you out loud. There ain't no circumstance or no group of people gonna change that about us, because we love each other. Okay, Brown Fox, you let them know how much you love me in them comments. You hear me? All right, and anybody else that love me, you love me out loud. You hear me? Because that's how I'm going to love on you. All right? And so these kinds of friendships accept you as your whole self, your flaws and all. This type of love and substance and friendship, it doesn't use your flaws against you. You see, what's happening here amongst our people, right, especially middle-aged women, okay, what's happening in this group, especially the groups of people that's some of my Facebook friends, the things that I'm seeing from y'all, is shameful. It's shameful. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes on no given day. I'm not going to be quick to respond to you. And if I do, it's probably going to be on this platform, because if you got a problem with me, you pick up the phone and you talk to me. But if you don't have a problem, then we could just air it on out right here. Or, you know, it's up to you. Okay? And so those friendships of substance, they accept your flaws and all. They don't use them against you. Your friendships that have substance, they make you feel safe. You can do anything and you can say anything. And you don't have to be worried about those things being used against you. I wouldn't want to be here for y'all friends, because the way that I see y'all talk about y'all friends is, whoo. So if I call you sis and bruh, it's because I may look at you in that capacity, but if you do too much, I'm going to get away from you real quick. But I'm going to be real slow to call somebody my friend nowadays, because the way I'm watching y'all move, it's really off-putting. And though I'm kind, don't take it for a weakness. Because I'm going to end up chopping one of y'all up very politely, and it can go whichever way y'all want it to go after that. And I know y'all either living for this or shocked about how I'm doing this. And that's fine. Because at the end of the day, you have to know that your friends are human. And you have to know how to treat people at all times. And so on this platform here, we're gonna practice safe spaces. We're going to practice love and kindness. We're going to practice those things, okay? So your friendships of substance, you can tell them the truth. You can speak the truth. You can call each other on any given thing. And again, not have it used against you. And you can have a disagreement. It's not a friend that is my friend that I haven't had some sort of disagreement with. But I didn't go to social media after I had the disagreement. I didn't send no subliminal posts. I didn't talk about them and air their secrets out. Y'all got to be careful with that. Because just like you share secrets with, just like I share secrets with you, you share secrets with me. But see, I'm going to tell you what our friends know. Our friends, not only do they know our faults, they know our strengths. They know our heart. So see, a person that knows me, no, I'm not finna go out here screwing your stuff. Because see, I know that God is going to deal with all of this. So I wouldn't do to you what I wouldn't have done to me. Okay? And so we got to be extremely careful. Okay? And so we can get into it. We can have a disagreement. But baby, we can still love on each other. And it ain't going to change nothing. Nothing. And so that's your friendships of substance. All right? Now let's talk about the friendships of sustenance. Sustenance. Okay, guys? And so these are friendships that are around for a season. They may offer companionship when you need it, comfort in other areas, and even some familiarity. We all grew up together, so we cool. Newsflash, I'm cool with all y'all. I'm cool with all y'all. The only person can turn me against you is you. Nobody can turn me against you but you. So when I stop messing with you, thank yourself. Okay? Thank yourself. I know you say you don't care, but y'all do. Y'all care about everything y'all say y'all don't care about. Okay? And so, your friends of sustenance, these are people that are around for a season. Okay? They offer some forms of companionship, comfort, and familiarity. They can sustain you, but they probably won't sustain you when life gets heavy. Okay, when life gets tough, it's probably going to be difficult for you guys to, those people of sustenance to stick around. And sustenance should be a source, or is a source of strength and nourishment, but it lacks longevity. Okay, so we got to be careful in those relationships of sustenance, because it may seem like it's all good and fair and all of that stuff, but there's generally no longevity to it. So again, we know that we're around each other for seasons and reasons type things, and so we got to be really, really careful about the way we move and allow people in and out of our lives, because it's getting stranger and stranger out here, people. And then y'all want to be mad at folks for stepping out and for stepping away. Y'all, everybody needs to take a break and reevaluate, especially when the situation is not suiting you. Okay? You got to be extremely careful about those things you entertain. And I see you guys. I see your comments. I love, just keep the comments coming, guys. And so, though we talked about friendships of substance and friendships of sustenance, okay, we have to recognize that both of those types of friendships have value. Okay, we don't want to confuse what has happened and just think that they don't matter. Those relationships, those different relationships, actually they do matter. They matter a whole lot. And so, roommates, I would love for you guys to maybe chime in and let me know, how do you evaluate where you are in your friendships? And if these friendships are of value for you, and if they are true, genuine friendships. Because sometimes, we get overshadowed by how long we've been around each other. We get overshadowed by, a lot of the things that, those bonds that we share. And so we got to be very careful with that, okay? And so confusion happens when we expect those temporary friends, those seasonal friends, those, those friends that don't have the capacity with those friends of substance. And at this day and age, especially for the women that's in my cohort as far as age, so that's women anywhere between ages of, I'll give them 35 to 60. Okay, because I'm right up in between there. Okay, but I've been those younger ages too. And I know sometimes it takes a little while to grow and mature in the things that we're trying to grow and mature in. So we want to make sure that we don't confuse those temporary things with those permanent friends of substance. Okay, not every friend is meant to go the full journey with you. Some are meant to walk you through a certain chapter. I have had friends that I thought would be my friends to the end, that I had to let go one at a time at different periods of times. You know, some people are just so used to being disrespectful, they think they can disrespect everybody. And when you put forth some boundaries, they feel like, who you think you is? I'm all that and a bag of chips. Put some respect on my name or get away from me. Because I know y'all all seen that little meme that go around that's like, if you ain't gonna do right by my friend, you can send her back over here to Big Mama. Because she can't be a part of no broke stuff, no broken stuff, none of that. Because I'm gonna take care of her. See, I'm the friend that pours into my friends. I'm the friends that take my friends on dates. I'm the friend that take my friends on trips and we never talk about it. And I spend every damn for us to get there while we there and to get back. And we don't talk about it because it ain't nothing to talk about. I'm that friend that gives my friends for no reason. So I don't want to be wasting my resources on nobody. And that's what we have to do. We have to reevaluate. I have watched all some of my Facebook friends. I done seen y'all do all type of conniving, backstabbing. Y'all treacherous. Y'all treacherous. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all bogus. I wouldn't want to be none of y'all friends. Yeah, I finally said it out loud. Y'all crazy. Baby, you would know a friend if it stood you in your face and maced you. Because that's what y'all do to each other. Y'all fight and mace each other. Baby, my friends over here bad me Big A and aloe vera, okay? Trying to make sure I keep this old body in order, okay? And that's what we should be doing. We should be growing and developing and aligning in the spaces with the people that's supposed to be there. So I'm going to aid and abet y'all from this day forward in helping you understand that you ain't my friend. Y'all ain't my friends. And I'm not talking about my real roommates or my real friends. I'm talking about the ones that had behind the word friend. Y'all don't know how to be friends. Ugh. Irritated. Can y'all tell? Anyway, boo, let me tell y'all. Substance, those friendships with substance, they refresh your soul. They make you feel good just about existing. They just do those things that make you feel good and warm and fuzzy on the inside. They do things just because. Let me tell you when you got a real friend in somebody. When they hear your silence. When you ain't said a word. My friends know me so well, y'all, that after our friend passed away, did none of them call me. Because they know I be needing a moment. They know I be needing a moment. And guess what? Those same friends didn't take it personal that I didn't pick up the phone and give them whatever they thought they needed or wanted. At that time, they gave me space because they know me. They know how I was there with my friend day in and day out. They know that. So they know that loss was a big loss for me. Now, there's some people who still ain't called or text. And those are the people who are intentional about not checking on you. And those people are not your friends. Those people are not your friends. Now, let's not misconstrue it. I'm talking about the people that know you. and that got your best interest at heart. And know that when I'm not in my best place, I don't like to talk because I like to pour into people. And see, when I'm not completely filled up to pour into somebody, I get on away from folk until I can come back out here and continue to be the light that I continue to be. See, I'm a light. Folks are attracted to me. I am a thermostat. I change the temperature in the room. I'm not a thermometer because it was 60 degrees and cold before I got here. Baby, we turning that heat up. It's time to do a little smile, a little prance, a little dancing when I come up in here. Yeah, this is what y'all wanted, right? She thinks she all that. I am. And y'all know it too. Okay? And so those friends of substance, these are the ones that refresh your soul because their love is rooted in sincerity, in being genuine, in being intentional about loving the whole you, in not using your flaws against you. Okay? And so we got to be very careful. All right, let's keep it moving. So let me give you guys some pros and cons of friends of substance and friends of sustenance, okay? And so, and I see y'all stuff. I love y'all. I love y'all. I do. I swear. I do. Even if this hurt, even if your swallow is a little dry right now and your stomach hurt a little bit because this is hitting home for you, right? That means you need to change, okay? And until you change, stay away from me, okay? All right. And so the pros of a friendship of substance are they're deep-rooted, they're grounded, they're focused in growth, they bring peace, they bring perspective, they bring accountability. Baby, my friend that just won her ticket home, baby, that's one of my friends that's always kept it real. All my friends keep it real, but she my raw and uncut. She that sit on the floor and cry with you and let you know, yeah, I ain't you down there, but okay, now get on up and show them who you really are. And so that's why tonight I wasn't going to go live, but I did hear her voice in my head when she just told me a few days ago, don't stop. Keep moving. Keep going. They don't like it because you're doing something right. They ain't never liked you. Now give them something not to like. And so I ain't never been messed up about it. I just always skin and grin and make y'all uncomfortable in it. Okay? The cons of friendships of substance is that they require vulnerability and they require truth. And guess what truth does? Truth makes us uncomfortable. So if you got a friend that's holding you accountable, that's keeping it real with you, don't just be so quick to throw them out of your space and throw them out of your life because you got control over that. Hear them out. If they truly have your best interest at heart, just know they ain't finna steer you wrong. They're not gonna steer you wrong, roommates. Because I told y'all last week, and I done told y'all before last week, I am your accountability person. If you want to work out, you're going to be like, I shouldn't have told her she'd get on my nerves. I don't feel like that today. But it's even beyond that. You know, I'm that fix your face friend. I'm that girl, right? Every time we go somewhere, you got an attitude friend. I'm that, you don't need to say everything that come to your man out your mouth friend. Pump your brakes. Okay? And so we really, really, really gotta be careful. So the cons of them good friends, y'all, is you gotta be vulnerable. So all that tough Tony and I'll slap you down and I wish somebody would and I mean it. Mean well by somebody. And they'll mean well by you. All right, so your friends of substance, they're gonna make you uncomfortable. But that don't mean that they don't love you. Okay, roommate? Okay, and then so the pros of those friendships of sustenance, guys. Yeah, they light. They feel easy, right? They perfect for certain seasons. You know, when it's just something to do, there's no substance. We're talking about sustenance now, okay? There's no substance. It's real surfacey. It's right here. It ain't gonna get in the thick of things. It's right here. Okay? And so, but the cons of that is that they lack depth. They lack longevity. Okay? When the season shifts, the bond usually fades. Okay? And that's okay if the bond fades. Okay? Because some people are meant to be there for a reason. So like I have a few friends that I met through other people. Those other people are no longer my friends. But the person I met through them, guess what? Still is. So they was the conduit or the vessel, right, to connect me with that other person. And so I thank those friends, those seasonal friends, because they come in your life for a season and a reason. And my reason for some of those people is that they've introduced me to people that is some dope friends, and they didn't know how to treat them or me. And look at us, we still friends, and they over there, they got a new group of friends every 6 months. That's some sad shit. Y'all change friend groups like y'all change y'all clothes. Okay, y'all gotta be careful. Okay, and so we need to understand that friendships helps us to protect our expectations by knowing, the different types of friends, right? So when you have a clear understanding of the types of friends that we have to, we should be learning something, right? So it helps us to protect our expectations, because see, what I can expect from Tasha, see, I can call her name. That's my best friend. And what I expected from Tyra, and what I expect from some of my other very good friends, I don't have no expectation for the rest of you people. No. Hello and goodbye. Okay? And so we gotta be understanding of the types of friendships that we have and what is the purpose of that. Not every friendship is meant to last forever, but every one of them should be giving us some sort of lessons. Okay? It should really be giving us some sort of lessons. Okay, I got some comments. Let me see what we got over here, y'all. Boy, D say I ain't playing tonight. I'm raw and real. You want me to put these people in our business? Yes, baby. That's one of my friends too. One of them seasonal friends, baby. That's my heart. That's my heart. This episode was well needed. We need to hold people accountable when they're out of order. I watched some stuff with some of y'all this summer on these lives being secretly recorded, all type of stuff. Don't put me on nobody's camera, phone or picture or video without asking me. And that's on period. I'm asking all y'all this. Don't put me on y'all cameras. I'm cool. Because either you're going to post somebody looking half fat or half ugly, or you're going to post them saying something that they wouldn't necessarily want their private conversations out. Y'all treacherous. Y'all treacherous. I've been watching y'all. I've been holding my tongue, but y'all treacherous. And that's why y'all be secretly watching to see what I'm going to say. But I'm always going to say the truth. So if you don't want the truth, don't log in over here. Because y'all been cutting up and y'all want me to just keep quiet. No. Because I got just a few friends and I love them so much. I would do anything for my friends. Anything. So no, I'm just serious about that, y'all. For real, straight up. Okay, let's get to, I think it all has been good. But let's get to those friends who are jealous of you and who betray you. Okay, y'all ready to talk about them? To their face. Okay, let's talk about them. Okay, now, that ain't me. I ain't got a jealous bone in my body. Okay, and so, you know what I'm doing, Graham fam. Being me. Yeah, and that's why I could sit here and do this, because one thing about me is I'm extremely transparent. I try to be as vulnerable with y'all as possible, but y'all done made a sister just revert to let y'all know that stop playing, y'all, especially with y'all friends. It's okay for y'all to play with somebody that's not y'all friend, but y'all got to be careful with that too, because you will reap what you sow. See, my name has been in so many of y'all mouths, I don't even have to come to my defense. That's how much of a good person that I am. I don't even have to come to my own defense. Clock that T. my roommates, my real friends, and my family members, they gonna get y'all. Because see, they know that I'm the one that's not confrontational. They know that I'm not the one, I may not start none, but don't start none, it won't be none. But I'm not shying away from no bull crap, but that ain't the life I want to lead. Okay? And so let's talk about these people that's jealous of you, and they're your friends. They're your friends, okay? And so let's talk about those who are jealous of you and who betray you at every turn that they can. Okay? They get you at every turn that they can. Okay? Ann told me to hold up. She going to get her Stella Rose. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Yeah, this water, y'all. Yeah. Oh, boy. I'm going to miss my friend. Believe it or not, I had to do this one for her, baby. Because y'all play too much. All right. And so then there's the heart friendships, right? Those ones that betray you, those ones who are jealous of you, and the ones that they change your trust. You don't know how to trust them. Okay? Now, there are some people that I know very near and dear that I have really watched them go through some tough seasons with people that they claim to be their friends and have their backs. See, you know, there's this saying, with family like this and with friends like this, who needs enemies? And that's speaking for people who have people who's around them that don't have their best interests at heart. Y'all out here telling all y'all friends business, as if y'all don't have no skeletons in y'all closet. Y'all out here telling all y'all friends businesses. I mean, it is shameful. Okay? And so, betrayal from a friend cuts different, because it's not just a loss, y'all. It leaves us in disbelief. You're like, I know this, but no, you did. And then see, the way that I'm wired, I really don't like to air people's dirty laundry, because we all got dirty laundry. I didn't hear people go tell my whole life story from their perspective. Remember, we talked about perspectives. From their perspective, or from what they want it to be. See, people like to say you miserable, but they can't gauge where you are because they're nowhere near you. They're nowhere near you. Let me tell you how you can gauge if you are my friend. You ready? You've been to my house before. You know what I do for a living in real time. You know some of my weaknesses. You know some of my fears. You know parts of me that other people don't know. You know that I always mean well, even if I have an off day or off night. For all of you, Phoenix, pray for me. For all of you people that love to trauma bond and gang up on folk because they light shine too bright for y'all, and always talking about you're so holy than thou, I need y'all to open up the book of the Bible and to read it and to get a good understanding of it. Because the way that y'all are moving is real devilish. You're not to be trusted. You so hurt you wouldn't know how to help somebody if help showed up and gave you every piece of direction and ingredient to be helpful and not harmful. Betrayal from a friend cuts different because it leaves that feeling of disbelief. It leaves that feeling of being exposed. Okay? You give them loyalty, they give you lies. You give them love, they give you silence or shade. Baby, y'all are some broken palm trees. It's just really bad. It is heartbroken, Dolores. It is. It is rotten, Chantel. Now, y'all always sitting up talking about the tea. The tea on Mickey ain't been messy yet. This ain't messy. This y'all life. And guess what? I don't even feel good talking about it. But y'all living crazy. Y'all don't know how to be friends. Y'all crazy. But hear me when I tell you this. Betrayal, y'all. This is what's deep and this is what's good. Hey, sister, love you. Thank you for joining. This is what I want y'all to take away from this about this whole jealousy and betrayal situation. Is that betrayal actually does not destroy us if we can make it through. It defines us. See, while y'all running between pages, trying to figure out what I said, what they said, who gonna respond, how they gonna respond, y'all always know, I take the Michelle Obama route. I don't go low. Because y'all already low in the pits of hell the way y'all conducting yourselves. Y'all don't need me to go low. My existence is making y'all go low. Simply because I'm breathing the same air that you're breathing. Not because I've done anything to you. In fact, ask anybody that don't like me, what is it that you don't like her for? What is it that she's done to you? Or has she ever done anything for you? Because, being a social worker ain't just been being for clients. I've been a social worker and a therapist to all of my friends and all of my family members that will want to have me in that capacity. I am an asset and not a liability. Okay? And so they can try to destroy you, but they really destroy themselves. Okay? Betrayal also shows you who deserves your presence and who's only there for your benefits. And so you will be able to kind of pick up on those things, right? You will be able to know they only around when it's a good time, when it's some perks, when there's something going on to help them be in the spotlight a little bit more, to help them look a little bit better. If you take the pictures from their good side all the time, they want you there to do that. They're going to use you till they use you up. Okay? So let's be real. Day in and day out, we witness friends dog each other out, both publicly and privately. The sad truth is, even when y'all call yourself doing it privately, y'all private conversations are getting out to all of us. I can call some names and call some more names and talk about how y'all been dogging each other out. It's sad. It's sad. Y'all cold-blooded. And then still sitting up giggling and pretending to love each other. Y'all weird. It's only two types of people. Tell me who those two types of people are. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to y'all comments because I'm just over here talking, y'all. Woo, can y'all tell I'm passionate about this? Yes, some people are good friends until it's time to be a good friend. Hello. Okay, everybody don't know how to be a good friend, y'all. All right, and so even I'm gonna give us I'm gonna give us just the example of David, right, in the Bible. David is defined in the Bible as a man after God's own heart. Now, David did all types of stuff, y'all. David killed so many people, winning these wars and all that stuff. Eventually, became the king and all that stuff. But the human part of his story is that he experienced betrayal, but he did it and he did it with grace and did it in spaces that still allowed him to be promoted without betraying others around him, though he was betrayed. Okay? Sometimes people will give you the scissors to cut off the infection or the scalpel to cut off the infection and then get mad because you cut them off. What? How long you thought I was going to sit back and accept your abuse or your half-assedness or just, your shadiness, your inability to show up for me? Some people just don't know how to show up for you because they feel like you got it all together. All of us need some help and some aid and assistance in some capacity or another. And who's better to aid and assist you than your friends or your family? And some people choose not to. because they're so busy competing and comparing. Okay, and jealousy. Let's talk about the big old J word, honey. Oh, shame on you guys that have jealous and envious spirits. Shame on you. It's a silent destroyer of a connection. Okay? It's a silent destroyer of a connection. You can feel it when someone, and you can see it when someone is clapping, but you can also tell when that clapping ain't coming from a genuine place. It ain't coming from the heart. See, it's easy to stand in line and to stand in an arena full of people, of 55,000 people, and clap for me, and I don't even notice that you're there because now I got so many people around me. But where were you when I needed that one person to encourage me? See, y'all sit up here and y'all see this platform, and many of y'all want to be in this platform, but if I retired out of this platform right now and literally handed it over to one of y'all, you wouldn't be able to carry it. The first part of it is because you ain't consistent enough. The only thing y'all consistent with is being hateful and spiteful. See, I jump on this joint every week feeling sad, feeling depressed, not feeling my best, doubting myself, not even understanding, God, why are you using me to do this? I didn't ask to do this. But then week in and week out, he confirms that I'm supposed to be here. He sends me a roommate that says, oh my God, thank you so much. You're talking to me tonight. Oh my God, can you please talk about this? This has been pulling on my heart. Oh my God, how did you address that? Oh, can you talk about this? Could you talk about that? I was set free from what you talked about the other day. So if you ever need confirmation from God for what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, it ain't going to ever feel hard to do. Now you would think, and those haters that's sitting back hating, and our secret roommates that's in the closet, they're somewhere saying, oh, she ain't hurt her friend, Dad. She doing a podcast episode. And my friend just told me less than a week ago, keep doing it, don't stop. But see, y'all don't know nothing about that because it ain't none of your business. And so you guys are going to have to understand your place and the places of your friends. Because I know everybody feel that good old chip on their shoulder when they get to seeing them reels that's talking about the chosen ones. Y'all ain't chosen here for y'all. Quit being delusional. And yep, I said it. Stop being delusional. You know the chosen ones. The chosen ones are the ones that everybody got ganged up on. The chosen ones is the ones that try to dim the light of the person that has the light shining to begin with. The chosen ones is the ones whose names being mentioned in rooms that they haven't even entered in yet. The chosen ones is walking up on millionaires that was like, oh, I know your name. The chosen ones is the ones that everybody want to get rid of secretly. They're hating, they're jealous, they're upset. The chosen one is the one that changes the atmosphere when they enter into it. So quit beating your chest. Talking about these people, talking about me. You ain't chosen. You're too hateful. God use hateful people, but he's going to use it for his good. Y'all been cutting up on Beyonce's internet for a month now when it comes to my platform. Either somebody screenshot it and sent it to me, or somebody that told me the whole conversation that y'all had. Y'all are in an uproar about me and this platform. But y'all have drew more. So what y'all mean, what the enemy means for evil, God means it for good. So keep having them conversations. Keep sharing the lives. Keep talking about me so much that people got to go say, I got to go see who this lady is. Because they chasing me down, y'all. Baby, these last few lives been litter than ever before. And I thank y'all for that. But y'all didn't do it intentionally. God did it. Y'all mad as hell. Y'all mad as hell. You better pray. Okay? You got to pray. Favor ain't fair. That's what Chantel said. Oh, Mr. Tanner that entered the Facebook chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I know you was over there. You see, Facebook be having me in the chokehold, you know. Facebook be having me in the chokehold. And I'm sorry, Instagram. So my brother, they left Instagram and it came over here. People have to know that just because you're hurt doesn't mean that things stop around you. Your daily life continues. I agree. And then I also would like to add to that is that people should know that when you are hurting, that doesn't mean to go hurt other people. I hear people say all the time that hurt people hurt people. You know why I don't agree with that phenomenon or that philosophy? Because I've been hurt at every turn in my life by somebody that I loved deeply. To this day, I am being hurt by someone that I would give anything for. But I would never, ever turn around and just start hurting other people. You guys look for excuses to be low down. Yo, man, it is crazy. Okay, is it freezing on Instagram or freezing on Facebook, brother? Let me know so I can know where to post which IG keeps freezing. Okay, so I'll upload. Yeah, Danielle, you know we let them keep talking, but we talking about friends. These are people who are pretentious that pretend to be your friend, and so we have to let them know that the games that they have set up, the games are over. Play them with yourself, or at least just at some juncture, keep me out of it. I don't play games. I'm into uplifting folk. So, you know, I ain't messed up about it. I love you too, Sheila. I ain't messed up about it. I ain't messed up about nothing they do. It's just time that they know that the type of friend that I am to my friends, they could never be my friend. You can't be my friend. I don't want you as no friend. Okay? And so jealousy, I just told you guys, it can feel, it looks like somebody's clapping for you, but you can tell that it ain't from the heart. Also, when we're growing, and we're becoming better versions of ourselves, people who are envious of you, they want you to shrink yourself, or either something about your existence shrinks them, and so they want to combat that. They want you either to withdraw from your strength, withdraw from your talents, withdraw from being a chosen one when they're around, and they want to always try to humble you. Girl, go humble that other stuff you got going on in your life. Don't try to humble me. You need to humble yourself and face your fears. Face your setbacks. Face your insecurities. Y'all got to do better. Real friendship does not compete. It covers you. It celebrates you. It uplifts you. It says, your shine does not dim my light. Okay? Chase Gambino, hey, cousin. Am I your friend? I ain't got no money for you, crazy. And you're not my friend, you my cousin. But you are my friend, too. You're one of my first friends, okay? And so, in this whole era of like envy and all of that stuff, James 3:16 reminds us, for where envy and selfish ambition exists, there will be disorder and every vile practice. Okay? When you are jealous, roommates, when you are envious and have selfish ambition, where it's all about me, there's going to always be disorder, and there's going to always be vile practices, disgusting practices. Okay? Jealousy is colder than the grave. That's Bible. My sister Dolores just dropped that in the chat. Jealousy is colder than the grave. Y'all got to be careful. That's Bible. Your shine doesn't dim my light. That's right. It shouldn't. It shouldn't dim your light. Tara Graham fam is saying, a true friend is someone who sees your lights, protect you in your dark moments, and celebrate. Yes, absolutely. We on one accord there. Okay, so Discernment is essential, y'all. When we can't love a person so much that it's to our detriment, that it's to our demise. You cannot love someone so much that you stop loving yourselves. And that's where we have to draw the line, because envy will continue to disguise itself as friendship. And so you gotta practice that discernment and make it apply to your life. Okay? All right, we headed to closing segment, but before we get there, I want to talk about those friendships that turns into bonds, and the friends that stay around and become family. My friends are my true sisters. They have stood in the gap with me through everything. I'm talking about my real friends, not the seasonal ones, the ones that came and have gone already. And many of them didn't have a choice to leave. I got them out of there because they weren't worthy of being around. Okay? And so I want to be clear about something. When we talk about bonds, and I just alluded to this a moment ago, we are not talking about those relationships where y'all are trauma bonding and ganging up on folks to alienate them, assassinate their characters, and make other people look bad and feel bad about themselves. We ain't talking about trauma bonds. We talking about true, genuine bonds where it is reciprocal. Everybody is benefiting from the relationship, from the friendship. Y'all that are out here trauma bonding because y'all don't like Susie, or y'all don't like Mickey, or y'all don't like Lois, or y'all don't like Nita, and these are just some, random people. Those people who are trauma bonding over not liking us roommates, they miserable time 2, 3, 4, 5, however many of them are sitting up having those round tables. They are miserable times that many times. Because you ain't calling me up and I'm trauma bonding over somebody else's hurt. We all have been cheated on. We all have lied. Many of us have stolen. We all have done things we're not proud of. Many of us live with guilt and shame. We don't need, with friends and family like that who live their life trying to, I'm going to expose her. I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all think this, but this. Those people, baby, you couldn't melt them and pour them in a room with me. Because I'm going to fly up out of there. When you don't mean yourself and your family and your friends no good, you definitely don't mean me none. And I got too much on the line, y'all. I got too much to protect. And you should have the same thing. Y'all got to switch it up. So we ain't talking about y'all that's trauma bonding. Y'all always talking about misery, love, company. Y'all out of misery and the company. Okay? We're talking about those genuine and rare bonds. The type of genuine and rare bond that I had with Tara. Been friends since we were in elementary school. In fact, when she and I became friends in elementary school, she was already friends with my son's father. That was before I ever had a son. That's before I ever had children. And let me tell you about these dysfunctional friendships. See, dysfunctional friendships would have tried to be like, that ain't your real sister, because they call each other sister and brother. That ain't your real sister. You know what I'm saying? And you can stop, and you can, you don't need to be giving her money. Let me tell you something. My niggas took care of me and my friends. Hello. Okay. Took care of all of us. Okay? I was always the one with the money. Whether it was a dude giving it to me or whether I was getting it myself. I was always the one with the money. Any one of my friends, my real friends, want to jump in there and let it be known that I ain't lying. Okay? So my guys took it. My Tyra called T-Man in the heartbeat. Can you buy me some drugs? Can you do this? Can you do that? And he'll say, yeah. And never once did I try to jump in between that friendship that existed before I ever walked into the door of any one of their lives. But see, some of y'all so miserable, I want to run the show so bad. Y'all out here turning baby daddies against baby mamas. Y'all out here turning friends into foes. Y'all out here turning sisters into enemies by keeping shit going. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Okay? Let me breathe. Y'all okay? Andy. Okay? And so the ones who don't show up for you when you shining, I'm sorry, these are your good friends. I'm sorry. The ones that you truly bond with, that become family, these are the ones that show up for you when you are shining. But they also show up when you are silent. Remember, I just talked about a moment ago, like, I go quiet a lot. I do too much talking. I know that. I don't need you to tell me that. I know I talk a lot. And so I go quiet a lot of times, and my true friends can hear my silence. Okay? They respect it in certain aspects, but in other aspects, they'll come kick this door down and say, open up the door, heifer, we here. Okay? Those friends don't compete with us, but they will go against anyone that tries to compete with us or try to make us look bad. My friends have fallen out with plenty of people about me. But I'm going to tell you how cold-blooded me and my friends are. My real friends, guys, you and even me, no one could ever feel comfortable to talk about Tasha to me, to talk about Tara to me, to talk about Deshanette to me, to talk about, even if you're not my friend, people are just uncomfortable talking to me about people. Because I'm the voice of reason. I'm the voice of reason. And so I'm not that girl. And so your true friends, they gonna cover you when people, you can walk out the room. And people ain't gonna have the nerves to talk about you. And if they do, your friend gonna check them and redirect them. And then come right back and tell me. Okay? So them the friends we want. Those the friends that the bonds are real. Those friends become family by choice, not by blood. They choose to be your family. They choose to show up for you. They choose to show you love. They choose to be in that friendship. They choose to pour into you. Okay? And so those are the friends that I want in my life. I don't know what you want in your life, but I'm telling you what I want. Friends that turn into family, those bonds that turn into family, those are the friends who hold your heart gently and remind you that love doesn't have to be loud to be loyal. Okay? It does not have to be loud to be loyal. Show me your loyalty. You ain't got to talk about it. Just show me. And we good. I'm going to show you mine. Okay? And so we headed to closing segment, y'all. But I'm going to give y'all this. Actually, I'm going to go to closing segment. And then I'm going to give y'all a Bible verse. And I'm gone. Okay? Let me see some of these comments. We ain't going. Deshanette said they ain't going. They ain't finna have it. You're not about to talk about my friends. T-Man just hung up. Hey, yep, we there, honey. A friend is someone who will be there for you when you're going through it, whether it's emotionally, mentally, or financially. Yes, I agree with you. You know, but also, to your point, Tyra, we got a roommate and a friend of mine on here, a different Tyra, obviously, on here that's talking about, you know, friends going to show up when you need them. But also, friends, like I just said a moment ago, friends go through things. You know, we all go through things at different junctures in our lives. And as friends, we have to keep our other friends in mind. We can't be so quick to just always close people out either, because you will mess around and lose a good friend by always going ghost and stuff like that too. So we got to be careful with that too, because we all have needs, and your friendship should be replenishing you when you need it. You know, we can't do this stuff by ourselves, y'all. And so we have to be really, really careful about how we moving. Okay? And so I'm going to go to our closing segment, and then I'm going to close us out with a Bible verse, and then I'm going to be done, roommates. Okay? And so let me give it to y'all like this. Friendships will always be one of the greatest mirrors. Okay? It shows our hearts. It shows our patience. It shows our growth. And it should encourage and support our boundaries. Some friendships are assignments. Some are lessons. Some are lifelong assignments. When Tara was at every phase of her life, I was there with her, no matter what the circumstances were, just like my other very close friends. So in her transition, I don't have to feel guilty, and I don't have to a point to prove to anyone. It's a situation of if you know, you know. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't invited. You can't be there if you're not invited. And you only invited when you're genuine. You only invited when I can trust you with my vulnerabilities. See, and so the difference between me and y'all is that I get sent for when it comes to certain things and when it comes to certain people. I'm the friend that they will call and say, let's do Bible study. Or, I done lost hope. I done lost faith. I don't know how to pray. Can you pray for me? I'm that friend. Our friends are our assignments. The way that y'all tearing each other down, y'all crazy. Y'all insane. Y'all insane. But above all, okay, all of them, every one of our friends, no matter who they are, seasonal, lifelong, they are here to shape who we are becoming, because we are becoming until the day we leave this earth. You never, ever just become. You are constantly becoming. So we need to start asking ourselves, are my friendships feeding me or depleting me? Are they built on truth? Are my friendships built on truth or convenience? Are my friendships helping me to grow closer to peace or pulling me further away? Are my friendships looking to embarrass me and compete with me, or are my friendships pulling me out of darkness when I'm in dark places? I'm going to end us right here, roommates. From Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 through 10. And it reminds us, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return on our labor. If either of them fails, one can help the other up. So when I'm not my best, friend, come on, lift me up. When you're not your best, call on me. I'm always just a step, a jump, a call, a plane ride away. Okay? But we need to pity anyone who falls and fails and has no one to help them up. So, what is real friendship? It helps us when we fall. It gives us hope when we are weary. And honesty when we cannot see clearly for ourselves. I'm done, roommates. I'm done. I thank you for showing up for me. I will never forget that, for real. I love you. Keep smiling. Keep shining. Know that you are always, you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. Amen. Ain't too many friendships. Oh, where you go, Bear? Bear, you had a long one there, but I don't see it now. I'm done, roommates. Love on yourself. Love on your friends. And when you cannot love on other people that are around you, please, please, please try your best not to bleed on people that didn't cut you. And if they did cut you, bandage your wounds and get away from them. And I'm going to close out with one of my lifelong friends that I've been friends with since I was 16 years old. Thank you, sister. She said, freedom looks good on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know. Y'all comments keep moving. Guys, I felt inclined and I felt it on my heart to talk about friendships tonight. I lost one of my dearest friends that no one could ever replace her on Monday, November 10th, 2025. We will be having a balloon release and we will be having a funeral soon. All are welcome, but if you gotta be a bitter person, stay at home, you hear? Because you're not welcome to this love fest. All right? Okay. Thank you, roommates. I love you guys. Wait a minute, Phoenix. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. If you don't know how to be a friend, don't go messing up anybody else's friendships. I love you, roommates. Good night.